Hello, Sack Gaming here. In this video, I will be introducing a series I would like to make about running Curse of Strahd in D&D 5e. I intend for this series to supplement the published adventure book. It will not, however, be a sufficient substitute for the content laid out in that book. I'm going to paint in broad strokes in this series and give general tips for running this adventure chapter by chapter. In this video, I'll kind of pitch Curse of Strahd to you, tell you why I like it and the reasons you might also want to run it. I'll also tell you some different ways you can go about kicking off this campaign and what you should do before session 1 to really prepare your players to play in this campaign. I think it is very beneficial for new and even somewhat experienced DMs to run adventure book content. A lot of the infrastructure required to run a good campaign is pre-generated, leaving the DM the freedom to focus on more nuanced things that will really make the adventure pop. Strahd himself is also a very compelling villain if played right. He's an intriguing mystery for the players to unravel as the campaign continues. The setting around him is just as mysterious and engaging, and discovering its secrets is a reward in and of itself for players. Do bear in mind, though, that this book is full of mature content. Players should definitely be made aware of this before session 1. Also, I would not recommend springing this campaign on an unsuspecting party, unless you know all of them well and know that they would like that experience. In a similar vein, you should make sure that the party really wants to play Curse of Strahd. If the party doesn't want to buy in, Gothic horror will be hard to pull off. A concern that some DMs may have with this campaign is the inability to create real fear in a player, and to them I'd say that that isn't quite the point. If players feel the stakes are high enough and the odds are long enough, and you read the flavor text provided in the module well, the rest will fall into place naturally. The last major thing that needs mentioning is how exactly to start this campaign. There are multiple adventure hooks provided by the book. I think if the players want to play Curse of Strahd, it's irrelevant which you decide to use. I personally synthesized a few different hooks together. I had a small town that the PCs were passing through request some help solving some kidnappings, and some evidence pointed towards a group of people that were Vistani, and when they went to investigate, I had the mist close in on them and transport them. But again, I don't think it matters much which hook you use or how you hook the players if they want to play Curse of Strahd. Even something as ham-fisted as what I did, or at least I think it was pretty ham-fisted, will probably be excused, because it's pretty hard to start Curse of Strahd without railroading your players into it a little, and I think on some basic level, most people understand that. As far as group level and size goes, I'd advise level 3 to start, unless you want to run the little introductory adventure that starts the players at 1. And a larger group will stand a better chance of enduring or overcoming the difficult encounters that are present in Curse of Strahd. 4 to 6 players is optimal, but unlike my opinion on most of D&D, I think for Curse of Strahd you should shoot high with player count. The last thing you can do to really improve the campaign and your understanding of the setting is to read Dracula. It inspired the adventure, and I happen to enjoy it immensely. I only read it after I ran Curse of Strahd, and in retrospect, I wish I had read it beforehand, so I could incorporate some of the things from the book and maybe even add some stuff that calls back to it. But I suppose hindsight's 20/20. And that, I believe, concludes this video. I know I didn't talk about anything of too much substance in this video, just kind of how to set things up and the general vibe of Curse of Strahd, but next time I'm going to dive right into it, talking about Chapter 1, Village Barovia, and also give some tips on how you should handle random encounters in this campaign, or at least how I handled them. So I hope you stay for that. Until next time, Sat Gaming here. Goodbye.